Everyone, Burton is back, and so is the 71-year-old Pirate King Daemon Blackfyre. Yes, he is, he's 71, and unfortunately I am not only dishonourable, but blind from age. So I'm no longer a fantastic warrior, I'm just now formidable. So that's okay. I would like to get in a duel though, see how things go. Last time we were in a spot of bother because we decided to go ahead and get some invasions down in the Summer Isles, get ourselves a holiday home. Well, it turns out that the people of the Summer Isles don't particularly like that, and they've gone ahead and called up quite a few people. So right now we've got two wars going on. We've got Prince Simba of Kosh, which is down here. We are currently besieging them, we'll take them soon enough. But this is the princess who's causing all the problems. Princess Yatana of Wallano. Yes. So she's decided to stick her oar in the war. She doesn't like what we've actually done to her territory, and we're now fighting a war on two fronts. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that everyone is heading to the same place. We've got reinforcements that we were sending north, but we're no longer going to do that. Instead, we're going to get all of our ships down there. Now, in regards to what we have up here, I am actually going to raise what little men we have. I'm going to go and pick them up with these, and then I'm going to send the fleet over to here, and we're actually going to sit on the ships, because our only hope at winning this war is these people getting overconfident, maybe split their forces and try and take us in our capital. If they take us in dark, then I think the war is safely in our hands, we'll be able to win that. We need to be planning some plots at the same time, because obviously we do not have a lot of time. Even though I'm 71 years old, my heir Atheres is only 11. We've been working on trying to get him where he needs to be so the rest of the pirate lords will respect him when I pass from this world. But as we all know, that's not going to be for another 100 years or so. Right, so what we need to do is start replacing some of these disloyal people with people we can trust. So I'm going to go over down here. And the Basilisk Isles, I believe they have some areas where they don't have some heirs. So we do have one here on Skull Isle. I am actually the heir. I can go ahead and try and kill this man, but we're not going to. I'm not happy with that just yet. We do have the Isle of Vines as well. Isle of Vines we have a better chance, so that of course is where we are going to start. We've got plenty of people, but obviously when we are plotting we're going to invite as few people as possible to try and guarantee this does not get out and tar my name anymore. So Kahura, Podja, there you go. You are my little gang. You're going to kill Macken of the Isle of Vines, and now I'm going to take it and give it to a loyal family member. Right, so now you guys know what the plan is. Let's start things off and see exactly how this plan goes down. So just to check things here, obviously we do have some young children as well. I've got Viserys, who is sickly unfortunately, and he's strong, so hopefully he's going to pull through. He does have a brother Darian, unfortunately he's a freaking lunatic. So if I live long enough, we may have to establish one of my sons as an heir, but we'll see how things go. Right now we just need to concentrate on what we need to concentrate on, and that is just keeping our family alive. Unfortunately, speaking of keeping things alive, good old King over here, King Valar, who you recall is Baelor Breakspear's son, who Aegon killed. Nice. He's still alive, he's 51 years old, his heir is Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne. Unfortunately for us, he is slow, so when he inherits, I think that'll be time for us to make our move there. Now, people thought I had a lot of children and I expanded my family, but I've heard there is a potion up north, something that is just so potent that it allows one or maybe even two women to have more children than you could ever possibly imagine. Lord Aeron II, Delude, and probably change that to the potent of the Dreadfort. How many children do you have? And the answer is a lot. I'm not even going to count them because that'll be this entire journey of this one episode taken up with talking about his children, just in case you're wondering. This poor woman, Rhaegar Umber, has given birth to half of them, and you know what they say about their Umbers, they are bloody big. And then we've got Lady Alex of the Dreadfort. Now Alex hasn't had any of them. So that begs the question, she has had 6 children. How many of these are called Snow? And the answer is a lot of them. It looks like Euron has been putting his end away everywhere. As per seduction focus. Well done, sir, I tip my hat to you. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the action. So the boats have arrived, let's go ahead, get everyone over here. Obviously we have lost Last Lament, we expected that, we had planned for that as best we can. Let's get everyone together. I'm going to put myself in command. And we're going to get on these boats. Brilliant. Right, so we have a series of other ships here. In fact, let's join them up and let's send them all together. Kodge is about to fall. Hopefully they'll see some sense and they might surrender without things going to 100%. We will see. My liege, heathens attacked me when I tried to spread the holy faith in Last Lament. Well, Sala, you need to do better. You're not very good at your job, so you're making me lose prestige. So you need to seriously improve. So let's go ahead and just combine the fleet, combine the army at the same time as well. Oh, they're moving. It looks like they've split. Are they going? There is 19 ships in our land heading to our capital. How many men are they going to bring with them? That's the question. We'll find out soon enough, don't worry about that. Very soon Kodge is going to fall, and for this very moment that is our priority. It's fallen, they're at 89%. We are just going to take the arrows, see if we can push this up and possibly get them to bend the knee. Otherwise we're going to have to go ahead and probably chase their allies, and their allies have quite a bit of land. Ideally I don't want to go there though, I don't want to white peace with these, but we'll see. So how many of them have actually landed? 1695. Thankfully, oh there we go, victory. Thankfully they're suffering from attrition, which is great. Let's just try and make them surrender. Haha, yes. So we're going to wait till they surrender before we get our men on the boats, and we're going to get out of there. We're going to go straight back home though. I'm not going to bother liberating these lands because I don't know what's here. So 3,000 men, let's go ahead and get on these boats. Let's head home. Now I think we've got enough men to be able to take care of these 1600, no problem at all. But I think they're more than likely going to be sending up some more ships that we just can't see. There we go, so we've won and now they fall under our rule. Kodge, you put up a brave fight, but not brave enough. You saw sense, you were wise. I won't take any further action against you. We'll treat you honourably, if I can say that word. So far, no sightings of any other ships. This is proving to be better than expected for us. So we're currently going through the Broken Sea, and time will tell. Are we going to be beaten there by someone else? I don't see anyone at all, so I think things are certainly taking a... Oh my god, just as I was going to say, more of them are arriving. Okay. Once again, let's be smart. Let's get on the boats. Let's go ahead, combine the forces. Brilliant. What are we going to do? Well, firstly, we are not going to lead this. I'm going to instruct Maerys. Maerys is my grandson, who is the son of Aemon, if I remember. Oh, Aerion. I do apologise. And one thing I keep forgetting to do with Maerys is just reward him. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to reward him because we fired him from the council, so it's important that he knows he's still valued. We're going to make him a bodyguard. Now it would be ideal if we had Maerys on side a little bit more with ourselves, so I think it might be an idea if we also send him a gift. So that's going to secure him, his loyalty somewhat. and we'll see exactly how that goes. Now, bear in mind that Mary's isn't currently married, so he is a candidate to possibly take over some of the land in the Basilisk Isles. I want to see how many men these guys are sending first though. We have 3,991. Now, if they send over more, if they've got over 4,000, we are going to have to play a game. We are going to have to wait until these guys are moving, and then we're just going to have to land before them and use our fortifications and defences against them. That's the only way we'll be able to win this thing. Because you can see there, they're pretty much a good mixed army. The heavy infantry, the archers, the light infantry, they're fairly well even. Now they just don't have a lot of cavalry. Now I wish I could say that we had lots of cavalry, but unfortunately we don't either. But you don't really need cavalry when you rule islands. What you need is ships. Ships and men, and we've got enough of them to deal with this problem. So when are these guys going to arrive? Wallano fleets. Let's start things off and see how it goes. So obviously in command is no longer affecting us, that puts us back in the holding. Yes, I'm aware of that, we can hold out for now, so don't worry. So things are happening in Westeros, which I'm not going to care about too much. They're actually moving, they were moving to Bloodstone, but they seem to have changed their minds. Now they're suffering from attrition again. Now we're going to let this drop a little bit more, we need to see if they move. That's the only thing we can hope for. If not, it's not the end of the world, it just means that we're going to have to hire some mercenaries on the island, combine them with our forces, and then attack. Let's see how long we can hold out for here though. Thankfully, they've given up the siege. How foolish is that? Let's go ahead and make sure he's got some strong commanders supporting him. So, Marys, we've got Isingo on your flank, that's good, Isingo has been loyal. But I think Damien needs to go ahead and start earning his stripes a little bit as well. But we're not going to do it yet. It's not the time to do it. Instead, Benaro, we're going to ask you to do it. He's another potential candidate. So 4,491 versus 3,991. So they've got more men. We've got the lands. Let's see how this goes. They're going to get there on the 15th of February in 3 days' time, and we're going to be ready to meet them. Let the battle commence. Okay, let's see how we stack up against each other. So we started in the middle with a classic shield wall, however we have botched the volley on the right flank. It's been impressive for volley, oh my god. Oh, so we've been successful in trying to get Bedwick the Handsome on our side. Brilliant, we'll continue with that. Yeah, so we've messed up there. We've botched that harassment on our volley in the centre as well. We're going to have to keep an eye on these numbers. If things get too messy, we're going to have to call in mercenary reinforcements. But I don't want to spend the money unless we need to. Hopefully we can start pulling things out of the bag because we do have numbers. It's this left flank I'm worried about. They have a huge stack in this left flank and we're not catching up with the men with the difference that we thought we were going to do. They're starting to take heavy casualties in the centre and on the sides now. That's brilliant. One of their flanks is broken, their centre is broken. Panic over. We are just dealing with the majority of their main force now. Fantastic. We've gone ahead and we've won the Battle of the Skulls. Any moment now they're going to turn and they're going to flee. And what we're going to do is we're going to be waiting for them. So well done, Marys. Your appointment as bodyguards has done well. I think that we should reward you should this plot ever come to fruition, but right now it's taken its time, to be honest with you. I could do with speeding things up a little bit because we might not be alive forever. So let's go ahead and try and get someone else on board as well. That'll increase it by another 31%, which is fine. And it looks like they have landed in Darkden. Straight away they're already on the back foot, as we knew they would be. And we're going to crush them. My sweet Alyssa is terrifying when she wants something. There is nothing she wouldn't do to make me bend to her will. Now she wants me to make one of her friends Master of Laws. But the Master of Laws, Aegon Blackfyre, is a very competent man. So who does she want? So I've got Aegon. Aegon's my grandson. He's 14 rated in diplomacy. Who does she want? She wants to Harry's Waters, who's a lunatic. Her friend's not good enough. She doesn't have to like the decision, she just has to stand by it. So we're going to go ahead and actually... oh, we defeated them already. Right, let's get on board the ships and let's do exactly the same thing again. And then we're going to try and sue for white peace. I think that's the best way to do it. In fact, you know what? Let's try it now. Have they recognised their mistake? They have. So very shortly they're going to go for white peace. We're not even going to risk these men, we're just going to get them back on the boats because it's pointless us going ahead and getting into another battle when we don't need to. Good news, my co-conspirator Tatenda has let me know that Corsair Makan of the Isle of Vines will soon have a tragic fall off the castle parapets. Fly little birds, fly. And that's it for this episode guys. Thank you once again for sticking with this series and you know exactly what to do. That's raise those thumbs. Cheers.